love the prologue to the Gospel of John. I just think it's beautiful. And lots of other people think so too. So there is a ton of commentary on it. Much of it is technical or full of people's pet theories about how it reveals the entire theological structure of the Gospel of John. They argue about whether it's a hymn or not, or what parts of it are a hymn. And then there's a whole school of people who carry on about how Greek philosophy used the word logos in much the same way that John uses it when he says, "In the beginning was the Word." But I hadn't seen this morning's reading as a Christmas story. You know, there's no shepherds, no stars, wise men, angels, no mangers or swaddling clothes. But it is the story of Jesus coming into the world. It is the story of God taking on all the frailties of a human body, all the vulnerabilities of loving his family and friends, all the dangers of standing up to authorities. It has all the human limitations in it. And it has all the divine promise that the darkness will not overcome the light. And when we move, you know, the wise men and the shepherds to one side, the ox and the lamb, that is the Christmas story. God stepped into human history, fully human, fully divine, fully frail and vulnerable and subject to danger, and even being fully human, the darkness did not overcome the light. You know, one of the things we Christians worry about at Christmas time, maybe even hear sermons about on Christmas Eve, is how easy it is to get distracted from the real Christmas story and the pandemonium of getting ready for Christmas. We worry that our to-do lists are swallowing our faith. And I get that. I worry about that myself, and I feel a bit guilty that I don't do more myself to keep the Christ in Christmas, as the bumper sticker says. So if you see today's reading as a Christmas story, here's something else to notice. The light came into the world, not because any human did anything about it. The light just came into the world. The light made the world, not because any human did anything about it. So regardless of what is on my to-do list, regardless of how guilty I feel or not, the light is in the world. I do not have to rearrange my to-do list or reschedule my day to keep faith with Christmas. The light is in the world whether I do anything or not. The question for me is whether I'm going to receive the light. If I am, then my work is to bear witness to the light. When I am wrapping presents, or making double chocolate peppermint cookies for the take-home meal extra, or driving at 5 a.m. on Christmas morning to beat the storm to Maine. At all those times, I am bearing witness to the light. When I am teasing my niece and nephew about their Christmas Eve parties. Did you know that was a thing? Because they both went. One went in London, one went in Hong Kong. It's a thing, apparently. Or when I am trying to sort out my parents' refrigerator containers. How is it possible to have that many lids without bottoms and that many bottoms without lids? Or when I am following up with UPS, who took 9 days to deliver a second-day air package. That is when I am bearing witness to the light. Bearing witness is not something else to do. It's not another thing on our to-do list. Bearing witness is who we are, because we have chosen to receive the light in our lives. But that also means we will confront the darkness. And that means it will feel like the darkness will overcome us. We are frail and vulnerable and in danger, and our witness to the light only makes us more so. And frankly, when we plow through everything on our to-do list, we are still frail and vulnerable and in danger. But because we have received the light, from his fullness we have received grace upon grace. And that grace is with us in the depths of the to-do list and in the heart of darkness. And that is a Christmas story too. A Christmas story that we live in the 12 days of Christmas, where we are now. A Christmas story that we live in August. A Christmas story we live when we feel the most alone, the most isolated from anyone else who might offer to accompany us at a Christmas Eve party or hand us a double chocolate peppermint cookie. That is the Christmas story that Jesus has invited us into with the light. And the angels keeping watch over the fields by night. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. The light shines in the darkness. The darkness did not overcome.